Hey everybody, this is Fly Guy Lotus. Um, I would say happy Sunday, but for me it's not at all. Um, I know that I have I've been not being consistent with my schedule of um, doing my podcast. Um, it just I, in better terms, had a or have been experiencing a little um, podcaster's block, if that makes any sense. Um, so, but I decided to come on today um, for a very important reason. Um, I wanted to talk about mental health and knowing or being there for somebody who suffers from it and who suffers from, you know, things in that realm. Um, and and just being a good person or being a good friend to somebody, because that's really important, especially in this time and in what's going on right now. Like, even though we can't be technically around each other, we still need each other. Because some people don't know how to cope with things when they're in chaos, or some people you know literally mentally lose it when they can't be as social as they want to be, or they watching propaganda and seeing a whole bunch of scary things on the news and not knowing what to do, and in panic people tend to spaz out and lose their mind. But it's very serious when it comes to stuff like that. And and besides that, just you know just being there, just being a good friend for somebody, because you really don't know how much you impact someone, or you won't know how much you are impacted by someone un, you know until that fateful day, if they're gone, or if y'all you know have a bad falling out or anything like that. You just don't know until they're not around, or you're not able to talk to them anymore. Today, I want to tell a story about a friend that I had. She and I want to tell you guys about, you know, our small connection, and how we used each other as our source of refuge, and you know what it does for people. I met a friend on Facebook. Her name was Coco Smith. We were just the typical, Facebook friends, probably on two different sides of the earth, and we just, commented on each other's posts, and just, made each other laugh, say goofy stuff. typical Facebooking, I guess you would say. And one day, you know, we were conversing with each other back and forth about whatever a post said on Facebook, and in the conversation she was saying, like, she was like aggravated or stressed out about some situation that was occurring, I guess, at the time. And I was like, yo, if you cool, if you ever need anything, you can reach out. I'm here. You're a cool friend. And um, she did. She did reach out, and you know, we would chat and just talk about all kind of stuff, music, movies, video games, and just all just typical stuff, just all kind of subjects, stuff like that. Um, and she would, she would just tell me things. She told me a little bit about her life and what she went through and her struggles and things like that. Um, and I told her a few things about me, and you know, I felt as though she was going through a little bit more than what I was. So, I was, I was very, I had a lot of empathy or a lot of sympathy towards her situation. And if you know me, I like to help people when it whatever which way I can. Um, and you know, I couldn't help her physically because we were long distance friends, and she so we would talk on the phone or we would video chat, and we would just like spend hours and hours and hours on the phone, just listening to music, singing together, and having a good time. And I met her little boy and her 9-year-old daughter and her boyfriend and her brother and her niece, and they're all great, 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 great people. They're they're fun, and you know they just thought of me like I was like a distant cousin, and I was like cool with that. I was like, all right, that's cool, and we played games together. Of course I couldn't be there, but we made a way. And we spent a lot of time, and it was it was really fun and relaxing and relieving to everybody, especially Coco, because Coco, she, when it came to uh, the people that she was around, sometimes they they really, I wouldn't say they wasn't there because they were there, but they probably they're probably you know in the they probably used to her like saying stuff that's like crazy, so they just like whatever. And then sometimes when they know that she's really serious about the situation, then they'll ask her, hey, how you doing, what's going on. And I did see that, they did their best to always make sure that she was good. But she, one thing I can say for sure, and that I saw um almost every day, like I'm at work and I would talk to her like the whole shift, and we'll just be having fun and just having casual conversation, and and you know, it was great. It was great. And you know, I always asked her how she was feeling, making sure that she was okay, and and she knew how to deal or cope with certain things, and certain things she just didn't know how to, or that it would trigger her to just um, be afraid or freak out. Um, but for some reason, she would tell me, I just knew what to say to calm her nerves. And you know, I remember telling her that's what I'm here for. You know, because because I know how you are, and I took the time to know who Coco Smith was and what she was about and how she was as a person. I know it doesn't take me too long to figure out what um what it is that keeps you going in a positive way or tear you down. And I think um that she knew that as well, and I think that's why she would run to me to talk to me, because some people, not everybody in your life, and that's for everyone. Not everybody in your life is going to totally to either one take the time or just know what to say or how to say it, because everybody's different, and everybody have has different coping mechanisms and different things that soothe them, and some people, not everybody know how to soothe everybody, you know. And I remember she would tell me that all the time, that I like I know what to say. And one thing I do know for sure is that she loved her family. She loved every last one of them that was in that house. I used to watch her cook some bomb meals for you guys. And I used to tell her every day how jealous I was because I wanted to be there. That was my friend. My friend, she meant a lot to a lot of people. Just knowing sometimes that you're making somebody smile. That, you know, like I said before in my first podcast, that there's somebody for everybody. Somebody on this earth always cares about you, and that you're not alone. Last night, my friend Coco, she passed away. She's gone. She left her kids and her family. But she'll always be here in our hearts. That was my friend. I loved her so much. I know her family loved her so much. I know if we could do anything to change what happened, we would in a heartbeat. It wouldn't be a question. It wouldn't be a question. She she knew how to make people laugh. She was a great, great, great person. She was a good mom. She was a great cook. And she cared. She cared about everybody in that house. She been through a lot. So she did have a lot of issues mentally that she had to deal with. You know, PTSD and things that would trigger depression for her. And when when a friend or a family member goes through stuff like that, I'm not saying just feel bad for them, because I can tell you right now, 100% of people who suffer from that don't want you to just feel bad for them. They don't want the empathy. They don't want to be patronized. They just want someone to talk to about whatever. They just want somebody to just sit down and vibe to music to. They just want somebody to make them laugh. That's it. That's it. Even if it's a long term fix or a short term fix, that's it. They just want to know that you care and that you are gonna do your best to try to make their life easier. That's all. That's it. You know, when you when you talk to someone who usually that suffers from any type of mental illness, sometimes that's like the first thing that they tell you, like don't patronize me or don't give me no pity party, because that's it just looks pathetic and it just makes me feel worse. And I don't I tend to not do that. I may just, call and just be like, "Hey, you all right?" Because if they're comfortable with you, they'll tell you, "You know what? No, I'm not. I'm not feeling good today." And It just takes, okay, let's listen to some music. Let's play a game. Can you help me with this? You know? Sometimes they'd be like, okay. Sometimes they'd be like, I just, want to be left alone. And that's fine. That's totally fine. You know? Just let it be known that you're there. Like if you do want anybody to talk to or need anybody to talk to, I'm here. You don't have to be alone. It is a choice. You don't have to be alone. But I understand sometimes people need their space, and just give it to them. Just let them know that you care, and don't forget about them. Don't let them be a distant memory. Cause even though sometimes they want to be alone, they don't want to physically know that they're alone. But what I mean is that they don't they don't want to feel as though they just nobody cares at all ever. And they've some of them feel that way, but it's always good to let them know and show them that they're not. Just, if I could leave you with anything, is if you have anybody or if you suffer from any type of mental illness, you suffer from depression or PTSD in any way or anything like that, make sure you get help first. You know, you get help so that somebody professionally can assist you in some way, shape, or form. And just know once again that if you have somebody in your life that tries to show or is attempting to show that they care about you, they can't, of course, they can't relate to it. If they're not in it, they don't know, you know, especially, the ones that try to at least do their research to figure out what's going on, you know, and they just don't know really how to help. Don't get annoyed with them. Please don't. Because they're trying. They're trying. They they just don't know how to. They don't know the pieces to the puzzle. That's all. They trying. Don't be mad at them too much. And for those who knows people who have these issues, do your research. You know, do your research and try to understand the actual illness itself, and just whatever you do, don't patronize them. Don't feel bad or show so much sympathy, because it just makes it worse sometimes. Just be there for them like a friend. Just talk to them. Crack a joke. try to just, me personally, I just try to distract them with what they like to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, you know. But always let people know around you that you care about them. That's what matters. Let them physically feel that you care about them. Just that's important. Because that's what people want. And you know, just reach out to people and let you know suffering. Just make sure they all right. Hey, you good? You know, hey, hey, I was thinking about doing this. Like, you want to slide? It ain't gotta be. You ain't gotta be sitting there pointing out what they got going on. It ain't about that. That's not the issue. You don't. That's the number one rule. Don't point out what's going on, like what they have going on. It's just being there. Throw out that positive energy, because that positive energy is going to attract people. With my friends, I don't sit there and say, "Oh, how's your depression going? How are you coping with it? How you feel about this? Have you been triggered lately?" No, because they don't like that. People don't like that. Hey, what's up? I heard this song. I was thinking about you. You know, hey, let's play this game. I'm bored. I'm pretty sure you bored. That's all they want. I'm telling you. I've heard that from plenty of friends. They That's what saves them from losing it. And it's the truth. So make sure you reach out to people. One more thing I want to say. Once again, to Josh, Rigo, to Cynthia, to Lena, and to Idris. Coco ain't gone. She's not gone. She's with us. She loves y'all so much. She gonna be in my heart. I know she gonna be in yours. She, she was great. And when when you guys feel that you're alone or you're by yourself, just know Coco's right there. She's right there, being annoying as usual. just do me a favor and represent her. Be about her. Because she cared about y'all. So y'all stick with each other. And y'all love each other. Y'all love hard. Hard as she did. If y'all ever need anybody, I'm here. To all my followers out there, I appreciate y'all for listening. More content coming soon. Y'all stay safe. Lotus out.